One of the most amazing people that I've ever met is Amanda Todd's mother. And Amanda Todd committed suicide a few years ago because of cyberbullying. That really struck me, really hit me, hearing her mother talk. And it was really hard for her mother to talk to students, to educate them about cyberbullying, encouraging them to tell someone.
This isn't just a random act of aggression. We have aggressive acts all the time. We don't call those necessarily bullying. Bullying is an ongoing relationship between two people who know each other, and for some reason this power differential has set up, and it perpetuates.
Looking at someone that is different in a way that is socially acceptable for us to point out that difference, and then targeting them.
I feel a lot of pain. I'm on the phone. I might as well probably say hi alone. There's a lot I need to share. I'm on the phone.
What the fuck? Look at his skin, yo. Oh no. He's like 4 feet tall. He's from like Europe or something. Look at this. Like black and white. Go away. Nobody likes you.
Cyberbullying has the potential to go on all the time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Kids often have a smartphone with them. They often are on their phones all the time, including at night. And this is often the place where they get bullied.
We have kids, I mean, as young as 3rd, 4th graders that have like their own Facebook.
Cyberbullying, happens in places where no adults actually have access to, right? So, there are, all these, big events that are happening, that adults would not necessarily be able to peek into those circles at all, right? So they're completely unregulated.
There's not a simple explanation.
Well, the Teenagers program is an organization out of school, and it's a group of young students who are trained to prevent cyberbullying and raise awareness.
I don't need you, I just want you.
We want to spread what we know so that those people who learn from us teach others. So that way we fight fire with fire. There's a fire spreading across the internet. It's called cyberbullying. We want to fight that fire with the fire that we made, which is anti-cyberbullying.
It's very effective when a high school age student is talking to a middle school student. The middle school students really pay attention to what the high schoolers say, and there's a much higher opportunity for a change in that middle school's behavior if it comes from the mouth of a high schooler than it does from an adult.
We're not telling you to delete your social media or stop what you're doing online, not at all. I think, we encourage people to use the internet, but just to use it safely.
Unfortunately, what is very common is sexting, and that is sending inappropriate or lewd images over the internet.
I have seen with my own eyes that someone that I know sent a sext to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, and this is horrible, had a third-party app which screenshotted her Snapchat. So she did not get the alert that it was screenshotted. He had that Snapchat, and little did she know that his entire team was right there when he opened it and screenshotted it.
And a strategy for this is really to work with kids, all kids, on how to deal with bullying, right? How to build resilience in yourself. Whether it's face-to-face bullying or whether it's cyberbullying, right?
The technology is always going to be there. The technology itself is not bad. It's used in a lot of wonderful ways. So you have to not fight the technology. You need to model appropriate behaviors.
The social aspect of learning is a big one nowadays because you work on in these collaborative groups, and if you don't feel comfortable with your peers, how are you going to work with them to attain a goal?
If you're not explicitly denouncing how this is not okay, and you're having explicit conversations with the youth and with the people in your life about how this is not okay, then you're part of the problem.
This is all about them having the power. They're the ones that are now in control.
Before we start our presentation, the first question I ask the audience, I say, close your eyes. Raise your hand if you think you have the power to stop cyberbullying. And maybe I get 5 to 10% of hands raised. And then I say, okay, open your eyes. I said, that's a trick question. You all have the power to stop cyberbullying.
We have to stop making this a reactive issue. We tend to only react when someone commits suicide.